Hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You're about to step into this really important role of a supervisor. And I know it might feel a little behind the scenes, but trust me, the impact you're going to have is just huge. So, you ready? Let's dive right in.
Okay, I want you to just pause and let this one sink in for a second. Read it again. You are not simply overseeing tasks, you are shepherding leaders. This right here, this is the core of everything we're going to talk about. We're not talking about project management or, just checking off boxes on a list. This is a huge mindset shift. You're moving from being a manager of tasks to a mentor of people. You are literally a shepherd for other shepherds. All right, first things first, let's get really clear on the why behind this role. Because once you nail down the fundamental purpose, man, it changes everything you do. And here it is. This is your mission, right here. Your main goal is to support your circle leaders so they can lead with health, faithfulness, and joy. I mean, look at those three words, health, faithfulness, and joy. This goes so far beyond just being effective, right? This is about their spiritual well-being, their soul. And get this, your success isn't measured by what you do, it's measured by their health. That's a game changer.
Okay, so that's the why. Now let's figure out the where. Because let's be honest, it's a whole lot easier to do your job well when you actually know how you fit into the grand scheme of things.
So it all starts right here, at the very foundation, with our circle leaders. These are the amazing folks on the front lines, the ones who are directly leading and caring for people in their circles. They're basically the heart and soul of our entire community.
And this is you. This is where you fit in. You are that crucial support layer for those circle leaders. And it's so important to get this next part right. You're not above them, like in some corporate org chart. No. Think of yourself as walking alongside them. You're there to give them the guidance, the encouragement, and yeah, sometimes just the perspective they need to really thrive.
And then, to complete the picture, you've got our impact leaders. They're the ones who provide that big picture oversight, coordinating different ministries and making sure all of us, leaders, are pulling in the same direction, aligned with the vision. It's actually a really beautiful structure when you think about it. It's all about mutual support. It's designed so that no leader ever feels like they're on an island. And that's how we prevent burnout and really make space for genuine growth.
So you're probably looking at this number and thinking, 3 to 5? That's it? And yeah, that's it. And we are super intentional about this. You're only going to be overseeing 3 to 5 circle leaders. And here's why. This job is all about depth, not breadth. It's about building real, genuine relationships that give your leaders the space they need to reflect, to grow, and to stay healthy for the long haul.
Okay, we've got the why and the where. Now it's time to get practical. Let's talk about the what. As in, what will you actually be doing? And, just as important, what will you not be doing? Getting this clear from the get-go is absolutely key for everybody's success.
I love this comparison because it makes it so clear. On the one hand, you're walking alongside your leaders. You are not micromanaging their every move. You're listening before you advise, not just swooping in with all the answers. Your job is to encourage faithfulness, not to be the perfection police. And this last one is huge. You're there to help them reflect and process, not to be their rescuer who does the ministry for them. Honestly, getting this distinction right, it's everything.
All right, this brings us to our last section. And honestly, it might be the most important one. We've hit the why, the where, and the what. But none of that stuff works if you don't get the how right. And the how, well, that's all about the heart, the posture that you bring into this role every single day.
Yeah, this is so good. Before we even get into the skills and the meeting structures and all the practical stuff, we have to start right here with posture. Because your internal attitude, the way you approach this, that's the foundation for everything else. You can have all the best techniques in the world, but without the right heart, it's just empty.
So, what does this posture actually look like in real life? Well, it breaks down into these 4 things. First, humility. That just means knowing you're a learner in this too. You don't have it all figured out. Then there's availability. And this isn't just about calendar time, it's about being truly present and attentive when you're with your leaders. Third is spiritual discernment. That's about relying on the Holy Spirit for wisdom, not just on your own smarts or experience. And last but definitely not least is love. Just genuinely, deeply caring for the people you've been asked to support.
Look, if you walk away with nothing else today, I want you to remember this quote. When you lead with that posture we just talked about, you don't have to have all the answers. You really don't. Sometimes just your calm, humble, loving presence, that's the greatest gift you can possibly give. That alone can be a huge source of strength and stability for a leader who feels like they're in over their head or all alone. So as we wrap up, let me just leave you with this question to think about. As you're getting ready to step into this role, which of those 4 postures, humility, availability, spiritual discernment, or love, which one of those do you feel like you need to focus on first? Just pick one. Because your journey as a shepherd of shepherds doesn't start with a big to-do list. It starts with a really simple but powerful focus of the heart.